I really don't think I ever had a chance. It's like I never had a chance. Like I sort of had a little chance when I was growing up, when I was very young, just a little, but the neighborhood and the environment and the household that I was raised in, you see, I had this type of thing where you had to be tough. You couldn't express yourself. So it was sort of like in between a rock and a hard place, Because when I got tired of beating people up, see, at one point I was like beating people up and the pain was going inside myself. And I didn't want to hurt anyone anymore. And it's like I had no other alternative. It was either like hurt people or hurt myself. So I guess I chose to hurt myself.
I just didn't want to be there. I just wanted to be gone. I think I just wanted to be perfect. Because see, if you're perfect, then they'll love you.
It's like I didn't know why I was in so much pain that I wanted to die. And I didn't know why I felt so evil that I wanted to die young. And so it was a lifetime of feeling the questions of an 8-year-old and never really growing to understanding of things.
I think it's just like a feeling of being incomplete, of needing something to make me feel whole. And needing to feel safe in a way. Like everything's okay. Everything's okay.
I was young, I didn't know, and I didn't know how to deal with it. Everybody goes through that. Everybody. It's normal life. It's just that I didn't know how to handle normal life. I'd been sheltered in the studio, and I'd been sheltered from feelings. So when I had one, I thought, well, this is too much, I'm just going to kill myself. I can't handle it. I didn't have the tools. I didn't know how to deal with it. I thought it was my fault. I thought I was ugly. I thought I was fat. I thought it was, it's my fault.
I had no idea of the danger.
I didn't know I was missing life. My vision was like a tunnel. I didn't realize all that I was missing.
But I was too afraid to actually jump out a window or something like that, or maybe not even too afraid. It was more like that wasn't the kind of death that I was looking for or something. I wanted not a permanent death, but I wanted a death that I could experience over and over again.
I felt this great fear of being enveloped in the darkness, but I felt if I went into the darkness, that it would stop. And that's what I wanted. I wanted whatever it was to stop. And that's all death meant to me. It was the sentence with the period. I think the feeling of the pain was always feeling helpless about what was going on. And the pain in the early years was always my parents. Their pain, their anger, and their rage seemed to totally fill everything up, to the point there was no room for us. No room for us to have our own pain even. It's like so much of my life was about not understanding anything, not having any knowledge of what I was going through. And that's so much of the fear and the pain and the isolation, when you don't know what is wrong with you.
Well, that's when I started picking up all these eating disorders around that time. I was around 14, and that's really good example of how I felt. I wanted to be perfect, and I wanted to disappear, and I wanted to be taken care of, but I knew that I wasn't going to be. So I stopped eating, and I started taking a lot of pills. I started taking a lot of diet pills and all kinds of laxatives and things that make you really sick. And I just wanted to be some frail, sick little dancer thing, very romantic idea of it. But my feelings were just really, really horrible. I really deserved it. I deserved to feel that way. I deserved to not eat. I deserved to feel empty. That was just the beginning. I feel that was when I became aware that I feel like I was an addict before I ever even picked up. I feel like I was an addict from the gate. I was dancing like an addict, and I was taking pills and controlling everything, controlling my weight, controlling everybody. And I didn't need anybody. So anyway, when I quit dancing, and at 17, I got right into drugs, right into really heavy drugs. I never even snorted drugs before in my life, and I was shooting dope.
For me, I felt like I was wearing a lot of masks because I was a functional heroin addict for a long time. I was a performer and I had jobs and this and that. But underneath there was all this weird stuff happening socially. I just had a lot of different faces, I could go uptown and see a ballet performance, and on my way back downtown, stop in some empty building and cop heroin, Over the years, I kept my life manageable, no matter how many drugs I did, and then suddenly, or not suddenly, over a period of a couple of years, it got more and more and more unmanageable. I lost jobs, I lost my friends. I couldn't pay my rent. It was over. The party was over.